Hey everyone, it's David here from the I-Fal English Learning app. I'm glad you're joining me today for a relaxed chat over a cup of coffee. I've picked 5 news stories from Israel, and we'll use them to practice clear, everyday English. I'll also explain a few useful words as we go. Ready? Let's jump in. 1. MasterChef All-Stars episode. The cooking show. MasterChef All-Stars just aired its first episode. Reviewers said the food felt like it was taken from the freezer and heated in a microwave. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't fresh and exciting either. On the bright side, the show avoided an awkward memory trap that many programs face. I remember eating a frozen pizza after a long day on base. You heat it up and you say, "Well, it's okay, but I wish it were fresh." That's exactly what people said about the cooking this week. Here's a new word. Freeze. LHKPYA, to make something very cold until it becomes solid. In context, on Fridays, we sometimes freeze extra food so we don't worry about cooking on Shabbat. 2. Dentist from the South accused of tax crimes. In southern Israel, a dentist is under investigation. Authorities say he hid more than 10 million shekels of income between 2020 and 2025. He also allegedly changed his official address but kept declaring taxes on his old town. It's a bit like paying for petrol at the gas station where you don't really live. You go next door, but the invoice is still written to your old apartment. Of course, serious work like dentistry costs money. Just ask any parent who takes their child to an emergency appointment at 8 p.m. 2 words to note. Income, HKHNS, the money you earn. Evade, LHTHMK. To avoid something, especially in a dishonest way. So, some people try to evade taxes on their income, but that often leads to big fines. 3. Gas company workers. Plan a strike. Employees at Pazgaz, the big gas company, announced they will close a branch in Kiryat Gat tomorrow. Then they'll add more branches in Jerusalem, Ramla, Dimona, and Tiberias to their list. They warn, if the boss doesn't improve wages, there could be real problems with gas supply before the high holidays. The company says supply will continue as usual. When your gas bottle doesn't arrive, you remember the old trick. Boil water on the electric stove, make instant coffee, and call the neighbor for a chat by candlelight. Although it sounds romantic, nobody wants cold Shabbat dinners because of a strike. 1 practical word. Strike. SH-bith. When workers stop working to demand better pay or conditions. In Israel, we know how important good service is, especially when we're running late in the morning traffic and need a quick cup of coffee before work. 4. Cyprus and Israeli tank deal. Finally, Cyprus recently asked Israel for its Merkava tanks after freezing a previous deal. Earlier, they had rejected German Leopard tanks offered by Greece. If the Merkava sale goes ahead, the Israeli Ministry of Defense could earn tens of millions of dollars, which might help fund new tanks for our own army. It might sound strange to talk about tanks over coffee, but it's really a business deal. Think of it like bargaining at the shuk. You want the best item for the best price. Cyprus said no to the first offer, then came back and asked for ours. Here's one more word for you. Deal. Esk. An agreement, often for buying or selling something. For example, yesterday I made a deal with my neighbor. He lends me his hammer. I share my favorite falafel spot. That's all 5 stories for today. I hope these summaries were clear and useful. We touched on big topics, from TV drama and cooking shows to taxes, strikes, and international deals, all in simple English. I enjoyed helping you learn some English today, and don't forget to check out the I-Fal app. Only 20 shekels per lesson. See you next time.